How do I get tax-free income in retirement? So welcome to the final installment of our income series. So this video kind of bridges the gap between our income series and the next series, which is on taxes and tax planning in retirement. So today I'll be covering some different types of income in retirement that are not taxed. And the goal throughout life really is to pay the least amount of tax that you are legally obligated to pay. And having some tax planning done for retirement could help you from getting taxed to death down the road. And also stick around for the end for some bonus tax tips. And I don't really consider that bonus like an income because it's not really a reoccurring inflow of money in your bank account, but you'll understand what I mean when I go through it. So the first one I want to go over is one of my absolute favorites is the HSA. And I love this one because the HSA is basically triple tax free. And it's the only thing I'm aware of that does this. You get a deduction as it goes in. All of the growth is tax deferred. And if you take it out to pay for qualifying medical expenses, it's tax free. Not even the Roth is that good. The Roth, you don't get a deduction when it goes in, but the other two things are the same. With an HSA, even what you put into it is also tax deductible. So that's good. It's triple tax free. The next one would be that Roth IRA that I mentioned. Those distributions, you do not get a deduction when they go in. They grow tax deferred. And when you pull the money out, as long as you're over 59 and a half, it is also tax free, as long as it's also been in there for 5+ years since you opened your very first one. And also that does not increase the amount of tax that you have to pay on Social Security. Roth IRA distributions do not increase your Social Security tax. The next one, municipal bond interest, that could be tax-free. However, that one does actually increase the amount of tax that you could pay on Social Security. So while municipal bond interest may itself not be taxable, it could create other things to be more taxed. So it's not quite 100% non-taxable. It's indirectly taxed, in my opinion, is the term I use for that. Other proceeds that could be tax-free would be cash value from a life insurance. If you take it out as a loan, that is not counted as taxable income. And that also does not increase the amount of tax that you pay on your Social Security either. Same way with, say, if you get a reverse mortgage, you can do that in a couple different ways. It could be a lump sum, it could be a 10-year option, or it could be a lifetime annuity. But also those proceeds are not counted as income either. And once again, that's not going to be the right answer for everyone, but it could be for someone. So I guess some of your bonus tips here of what you could use for income in retirement could be you just downsize, right? You could downsize your home. Not everybody needs to live in the huge house that they had when their kids were growing up. However, I would say be careful because if all of those kids come back for, Thanksgiving and Christmas and they're needing to stay in the house, well, now with all of their kids, it may not be enough room. We run into that all the time with my parents. It's like, yeah, it was enough for us growing up, but now we've all got 2, 3, 4 kids or whatever, right? So we come back and it's a lot. Which is why my wife and I rented an RV this last Christmas when we went back so that we could have an extra area to stay. So that would be one. Also, if you do sell your primary residence, and if you are single, you do not have to pay tax on up to $250,000 of gain. If you're married, that's $500,000 of gain. You do not have to pay taxes on. And so that's great. So if taxes are a concern of yours, just know that you may not actually have to pay any tax on that. Also, life insurance proceeds are tax-free, like if you got a death benefit from someone passing away, a spouse or other loved one. So it's not a reoccurring income, but it could be used to generate a recurring income. And so that's about it for the tax-free income series. Stay tuned for our next series, which will go over specifically taxes in retirement. We've also got several videos coming in this series, but you can check out the playlist probably over to our right with, a few videos that we've already done on taxes. And then also on our podcast, we do have some additional stuff that we have talked about on taxes. So I would definitely, especially on some tax-free areas of putting your money while you are working, there's some avenues there that you can go into. And as always, if you want answers to your retirement questions, our contact information, calendar link are in the description. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every single week when we put out new content. And don't forget about our other YouTube channel, the Retirement Rescue Radio, which is from our podcast as well, where we do dive deeper into a lot of these categories in very long format style. So always trying to bring you content to empower you to live the retirement that you deserve. So take care and have a great week.